Good morning, Kings, and welcome back. And today I want to discuss with you a priceless piece of information, and that is your post workout nutrition, your post workout meal, what you should be eating after you train. And I've had a lot of trial and error on this subject, and I've basically come up with the perfect post workout meal. Let me explain. For many years, I used to have the same post workout meal, guys. It was oats, whey protein, creatine, frozen berries. I used to throw it all into a blender, blend it up, drink it. I always noticed that when I had this meal that I always felt fatigued after it. A lot of times I'd just go for a nap. And one day I stumbled across a video on YouTube, and it was a very well established and respected doctor slash nutritionalist. And on this particular video episode, he discussed in great detail how oats are actually very harmful to our health and how they contain many anti-nutrients, and one of those is phytic acid. So phytic acid, when consumed by a human being, we don't have an enzyme to break it down. So what it does is it causes a lot of problems in our gut. It prevents us from absorbing nutrients. It attacks our gut microbiome, and it can cause leaky gut. So not only that, oats are actually sprayed with a chemical to stop them growing too tall. Logically, this is because if the oats grow too tall and there's a lot of wind on a particular day, a lot of the oats can get blown over and snap. So from an agricultural perspective, if you're a farmer, you don't want this to happen. You want to get the biggest yield. So there is a chemical that they spray on oats that retards their growth. Now, I don't know about you, Kings, but I don't want to be taking no chemical that might retard my growth. So I completely cut oats out of my diet. And let me tell you, I noticed amazing benefits nearly straight away. No bloating, no fatigue. But I was left with a problem. I didn't know what to consume post workout. So I done my research, I done my own thinking, I came to my own conclusions. Like I always say, always come to your own conclusions and your own, always do your own thinking. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Don't let anyone make your mind up for you. Be autonomous, be a king. So after much research, I came to the conclusion that white rice was by far the superior carbohydrate, not only in general, but especially post workout because of how easily the body digests it. It's when you eat white rice, you'll see there is no digestive discomfort. Now you might have a medical condition, and this mightn't apply to you. But for the general king trying to gain, white rice is superior. It's just an amazing source of carbohydrate. Now, not all white rice is created equal. So the white rice that I use is basmati rice. Okay? And guys, when I first started this, I'd always cook the rice in a pot. And let me tell you, my whole house would be in a heap. It would just come out looking like crap, tasting like crap. I just couldn't do it. So I invested in a rice cooker, possibly one of the best investments I've ever made. It's so easy to use, guys. I like to see myself as kind of a father figure to a lot of you guys, and I want to help you be more self sufficient. So I'm going to quickly explain how to use it. Guys, a rice cooker is so simple. You get 1 cup of rice, okay? You pour it into the rice cooker. You wash that rice 3 times. That's to get rid of all the starch. You wash it and you sieve it, okay? Once it's washed, for every 1 cup of rice, you use 2 cups of water. So once it's washed, boom, boom, 2 cups of water in on that bad boy. You then put it on the rice cooker, turn it on. The whole process is automatic. It's a blessing, guys. and the rice comes cooked to absolute perfection. Okay, so the first thing I do is I get a big bowl. I've already made this post workout meal. I trained legs this morning. I'm starving, kings. So you need a big bowl, and what you're going to do is when the rice is cooked, you're going to get about half that rice, and you're going to scoop it into a big bowl. A big bowl like this, guys. I don't even know where I got this bowl. It's in my house. It's a blessing. Perfect. So you're going to do about half the rice into the big bowl. Now, next, might surprise you, whey protein. Quick one, dudes. Not all whey protein is created equal. You see, guys, a lot of these new companies, and they've got the flashy name and the extravagant branding. Guys, the whey protein in those tubs is bad for your health. Let me explain. A brand like Optimum Nutrition, and I'm not sponsored by them yet, maybe someday. A brand like Optimum Nutrition is the Ferrari, it's the Rolls Royce of whey protein. Its European headquarters is actually not too far from where I am right now. And they use the best Irish dairy when they make their whey protein. Now, that's because they're established and they have the money. The cheaper whey brands, they'll buy dairy from God knows where. And with all due respect, if you're buying a brand from America, they're using American dairy. Have you seen how they farm American dairy? That's not good. Secondly, a brand like Optimum Nutrition has invested heavily in their production facilities, and they use a cold filtered process to filter the whey. Now, this makes sure that the protein molecules are not damaged when they're going through this process. Now, a less established, profit hungry company, they'll use a cheaper, faster process, which is heat filtered, where they heat it up to kill all the bad stuff. Now, this is a massive problem. The heat causes a lot of the protein molecules to get damaged. When you consume these protein molecules, they literally float. They cannot get into the cell. They can't fit into the cell because they're damaged. They float around your body, causing inflammation and all sorts of havoc. Okay, guys? So when you're getting whey protein, I hear a lot of guys saying, "Oh, whey protein's terrible. I had whey protein and I couldn't stop farting all day." Guys, it's not the whey protein. It's the brand of whey protein. It's like if I got a really bad car by a really bad company. For example, Range Rover, who look amazing, but you drive the car for about 2 weeks and it's in the garage. And then you get it back for another week and it's back in the garage. The inside of the car, everything it's made of is crap. Okay, guys? So the next ingredient is Optimum Nutrition, gold standard, chocolate, double chocolate. I'll put that in there. And then finally, creatine. Quick one about creatine, guys. It is one of the best supplements, if not the number one, king of the kings supplement you can take. There's new benefits being discovered every day. The list of benefits is endless. The research is tried and tested. Guys, creatine is amazing. Personally, when I wake up, the first thing I take is a scoop of creatine and I wash it down with water. This is to give my brain and body extra fuel. Now, when it comes to creatine, guys, it's similar to whey protein. Not all creatine is created equal. A lot of creatine in these up and coming, flashy, extravagant looking supplement companies, they buy that creatine from China as cheap as they can. This creatine is adulterated with heavy metals, all sorts of crap gets into the stuff, and it's just causing you more harm than good. When you're buying creatine, guys, always look for the Creapure. Always look for the Creapure logo. Creapure is a German company that makes creatine for other supplement companies, but it is the number one creatine in all the world. It's the cleanest. Its reputation speaks for itself. So the next ingredient we use is creatine. In with our chocolate rice pudding, I put 1 scoop. Okay, guys. Lastly, taste preference, I personally do a little bit of pink salt, a little pinchy winchy. And that's it, guys. When you eat this meal, you'll know what I'm talking about. No bloating, no digestive issues. It just gets straight in there and starts doing the job. It looks like crap, but it tastes amazing. Mm. Blessings, kings.